Hello, my wonderful people. You are welcome. We are welcome. We continue to do the needful. Who no, you know. Nigeria still goes on borrowing again. I hope you are not shockalized. Hmm? Nigeria goes on borrowing again, and this time they went back to China, and the China is doing them good, pumping them with money. But one thing Chinese have not been asking is this Biafra leaving Nigeria real, or is it a joke? Okay, let's assume it's a real. How do we get back our money? It has been made clear on several occasions that Chinese lending money to Nigeria or any other country lending money to Nigeria should be sure that the money given to Nigeria is meant for Nigeria, not a few individual coming to take money in the name or borrow money in the name of Nigeria. You understand? But it's quite unfortunate that each time Nigeria run to any country, they give them money, hoping that oil is here. And they don't even ask question, is this oil you are hoping to get your money from really or truly mortgaged? The oil that has been mortgaged, the country that has no way to give you the money, the area where they are promising you to pay from is going, and they are not bringing the oil anymore. The oil is no longer coming out, I mean to say. The oil, the remaining one, has been mortgaged, and you are not getting it. Each time Nigeria run to Chinese or China or any other place, they pump them money, they give them money. I keep asking, what is this money for? Why do you keep giving them money? Why do you keep giving Nigeria money? When you heard that Obasanjo ran to China immediately, I know he ran there to solicit for more money, more fund, nothing more. For those of us that may not know and may not understand, I wouldn't know. I just see an update on a television now. Maybe I would like to bring it up as well. And as a Chinese company is there already giving Nigeria the money they need. Wuto continues, because when you keep giving and giving without finding out, without knowing, without asking, where is this money coming from? Where am I going to be getting my money from? Is this not the worst mistake of your life? Anyway, they know Chinese know how to get their money. They will quickly lay their hands on any of Nigeria's property, and then once they lay their hands on Nigeria, any of the Nigerian property, they take their money. That is what they are good at. They have seized their private jets and presidential jets, I mean to say, and they are still taking more. So, make it, end there anywhere, end there. Anyway, we must continue to do the needful. You are welcome to this wonderful program. This program today, we have a lot to talk about. A lot. I wish I have the time. It's 6 o'clock. Wow, the time is on our side. Quickly, let's go on and see how Nigeria is borrowing money. Let's go. Let's just watch and see. Listen.
Enjoy your holiday. But they'll be back tomorrow. All right. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has listed 6 states that are now authorized to regulate their own respective electricity markets after the transfer of regulatory authority from the NERC. The 6 states: Enugu, Ekiti, Ondo, Imo, Oyo, and Edo states They will now be regulating the electricity market in their respective states, setting their own prices. Still on electricity, federal government through the Bureau of Public Enterprise and Distribution Companies has signed a contract agreement with a consortium to deliver 1.4 million prepaid meters across the country. We need death to estimated billing. The consortium is the Ningbo Samson Medical and Electricity Company Limited, Ningbo Samson Smart Electric Company Limited, and Messrs XJ Group Corporation. It's a step in the direction of closing the estimated 7.1 million meter gap. Our guest says it's more than that. It's also part of a distribution recovery program funded by the World Bank to the tune of $500 million through an investment project finance arrangement. Now, Odion Omofoya, who is the CEO of New Hampshire Capital Limited and an advisor to the Nigerian Governors Forum, I asked him by kicking off, well, why didn't we give this contract to Nigerian meter manufacturers? Why the Chinese who won the bid? Here's his explanation.
Well, we have meter assemblers. I think I've been on this program before, and I've said we have meter assemblers. So most of the components are procured from China and then assembled here either as a SKD or CKDs, right? So it makes sense if you're doing bulk procurement in that quantity, you may as well go straight to the Chinese manufacturers. But the other thing is that the World Bank procurement process, this was an international tender. So it was open to everybody in the globe to come advertise, because at the end of the day, it's a World Bank facility. The World Bank will do the international tender. There's a second bid coming up, or that just concluded, for the local tenders, for the local assemblers as well. But this was an international procurement, and then obviously the Chinese have the better or the upper hand in these things in terms of price, getting the best pricing and also the best quality of meters.
All right, we'll continue. They will continue to borrow and borrow and borrow. Okay, we move on. Before we move on, I want to show you something about the people that are Nigeria
insurgency. Yeah. But as regards,
hold on. I want you to see something. You see this thing?
Entitled, consequently.
You see, this is the food they give to human being. Boiled beans with nothing, with water, not even oil. They just boil beans with water. And not that is even enough quantity. Just look at it. Just hear the hint before we continue.
At the custodial center have been the Minister of Interior, Lubumi Tunji-Ojo, has ordered an immediate investigation into the feeding conditions of inmates at the Afohan Custodial Center in Calabar. A video report on Facebook alleges that inmates at the custodial center are being subjected to inhumane treatment, including being served poorly cooked beans as breakfast. And reacting to the video report, the minister describes the incident as a serious breach of the standards of care and dignity of which inmates are entitled. Consequently, the minister ordered a comprehensive and urgent investigation into the matter. The minister also warns that any lapses in the quality of food, sanitation, and welfare of inmates will not be tolerated, adding that the service must ensure inmates are treated with the dignity and respect they deserve.
Okay, you hear that? We will soon go back to the video of the terrorists or the insurgent Boko Haram taking over the country's military armor tanks. We've seen them, but we will go deeper into that. Meanwhile, today I just want you to know that the sit at home is at a peak. You see, every day, as Nigeria they try make they suppress Biafra, everybody is getting involved into the act of trying to restore their freedom. You see, when we tell you that Nigeria has nothing against you, no case. The same way they have no case against Nnamdi Kanu. They lost it all. People will not understand it. We will continue to do the needful without looking back. We go they do, we go they do, we go they do. And we are not going to look back, succumb for one bit. So today, like I told you, today, the sit at home is super. Whether I will say, if I will say is the highest, I don't know. I just want you to see this. Hold on now, in the wrong speed. Hold on, no wrong speed. Okay, make we move. I will bring us to the screen. Wait. Yeah, no. No. Okay, I think it should be better like this. It should be better like this. Okay, let's just see. Where is the Twitter?
Today is 2nd of September 2024. As you can see, we are reporting live and direct. Today is our Monday sit at home. As you can see, this is somewhere in the Habani State. As you can see, the whole of trucks being packed. This is a federal road. This is the road that connects the north and with the Biafrans. As you can see, they are all parking both sizes because of our Monday sit at home. They have been here to show that they are here packed just because of our Monday sit at home. You can see them from the both sizes. You can see them. Today is
Okay, now when you look, you see, when would they tell you? People don't understand. Ask yourself, why are they observing the Monday sit at home? You say, isikwa na ihe a na-eme nwere isi o. Isi na ihe a na-eme na onwere isi. But I am surprised that na the thing enwere isi carry itself. Open double head, yeah? Double-headed action. When you see, now the people will no understand. Now the people will no know. Hey, Ebon, we go on them my namesake. Amy Sammy, I greet you, I greet all of you. They will know Mushineke. Anyone here in the comments, those that are not in the comments, one love everybody. I beg you, just like the video for me. Like the video. Ebon, we move. So, Nigeria, Tinubu zoom up for borrowing again in China. And so this is the Monday sit at home. We will also see the video of the security expert. Again, today, they have been able to prove to the world that Nigeria insecurity is not just a coincidence or anything. Is a planned planned to 100%, or if we have 1000%, it's 1000% planned. If you remember some time ago during Buhari's regime or administration, when Buhari was asked about the insecurity, he said, "Oh, don't mind them. The people you see carrying guns, carrying AK-47, they are not Nigerians. They are hungry. They are just hungry headers. They carry gun. They cannot do anything. They can't kill anybody. They are just hungry people, and they are not even from Nigeria. They are from Sahel and all this country, what do you call it? All this country outside Nigeria, they come into the country, they are not part of the country. So they will go back, leave them down hungry when they issue, they go back." That was what Buhari said on several occasions, that the people that come into your country, murder people, rape, kill, destroy, take over communities. You say there are hungry people. With AK-47, you say they are hungry. When Benue State Governor then Autumn tried to arrest them, you fought against Autumn, you warned him. In fact, the people of Benue that went against those headers, Buhari claimed that are not Nigeria, they were all arrested and tortured. Why should you fight back? That is Nigeria. But firstly, I would like make we move into, this is today anyway. As you know, this is today. So today we will continue to do the needful. Let us just move on a little bit and let's see. Do we continue? Okay, let's just go straight to our Prime Minister's handle. Okay, now there are something so many of us do not know. So many of us do not know so many things about Biafra, and I'm trying to see if I can make it wider. What to say, you know, I want it to be more. Or is it I download it? Maybe if I download it, it will be more clearer. I think that should be better. Let me download it. If I download it, it will be more better. Because so many of us do not know, will not know unless somebody explained to us. So, like I said, I'm going to be going through our Prime Minister's handle. No, our Prime Minister's handle. Okay. We'll come to this. We'll pass this one. Maxwell. Your own is story. We are not interested in stories again. We are not interested in stories again. But it will be good we listen to him anyway.
A particular tribe are moving freely. An Igbo man. That's why others were asked to go, and then Namikalu is being detained. You know what is happening to the Ezigbo in Lagos? He is still under detention. Why some people who came out to threaten a particular tribe are moving freely. Now, on the NLC, we had series of NLC presidents in this country. I started working with NLC during the time of Adams Oshomole. I work with Oma. I work with the immediate past one. And they have been organizing protests. They have been kicking against increment of fuel price. They have been fighting for minimum wage. Why should Ajero's own different?
Now the times are different.
Now I'm coming now.
The times are different. You know, things that happened before when the other presidents were there are different from now. Even the regimes are different. So you cannot just raise a tribal sentiment.
I'm telling you now that the regime
just raise a
PCs that started from Buhari have passion hatred for the Igbos.
I don't think that's correct.
Actually, you say I should convince you, and I want to convince you. Don't want me to convince. I'm telling you that what happened in Kano, where people are carrying flag, had it been that thing happened in Enugu or Umuahia or Inowuri, by now there wouldn't have been something like a Southeast. They would have leveled the entire Southeast. Those people that carried flag, had it been that flag, the Igbos never participated in the protest. Had it been that particular flag that was carried in the north, they are carried in the southeast, by now there wouldn't have been something like anything like a southeast. Now, going back to what we are talking about the invitation. Now, watch, this is what happened. That invitation, the first one said, the office is investigating a case of criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, subversion and crime, and cyber crime, in which you were mentioned. Talking about Ajero now, in which we are mentioned. Now, that particular invitation was given on the 19th. That was, I think, Monday. And he was asked to report the following day, less than 24 hours. Very strange. NLC president, who was writing an exam. So he wrote to them through the lawyer that, please, can you allow me to finish my exam? I'll come on the 29th. Lo and behold, on the 29th, we were there. Surprisingly, on camera, the head of IRT said, there was no petition against you. Nobody accused you of anything. Nobody's even mentioned your name. As against what was contained in the invitation. That rather, somebody who was occupying an apartment in the NLC building committed act of terrorism, and we're investigating the man. In the course of that, we saw some document relating to an NLC. That's why we invited you. Can you tell us what you know about it? Ajero said, well, thank God that you have stated it correctly. One, that building is not under NLC. That building is built by, I think, Third Fund, according to them. And Third Fund need to incorporate their money before they will now hand it over to about 500 million naira. Those tenants there are being put into there by the Third Fund, even before Ajero becomes the NLC president. So the person you are talking about, I don't know him. I don't have his number. I know that there's a shop there, and I do go there to check some books. That was just it. Then he now talked about NLC minutes. I tell you, said it's a public document. Anytime we're having a meeting, people do come. And most of the times after our meeting, they normally upload the minutes to social media. So people have access to the minutes. So he brought out one other document. He did not show Ajero, but he showed Femi Falana. Look at it. So Ajero explained, said, okay.
Where is Idris Abdul Karim? Nigeria jaga jaga, when we talk and people don't understand them. You see, Nigeria can never do anything without soiling their hands. All they are trying to do is to stop Ajero. They are trying to somehow get Ajero involved in one thing or the other. So they will use it for like blackmailing him against the protests. Go to Nigeria today, there is nothing like petrol, nothing anywhere, no petrol anywhere, nothing. Nothing. Go there, you go seek you. Don't be say you get more to be the matter. Don't be say you get money. Not to enjoy it. Not be the matter. Even despite you say the criminal politician oppressors, they will manage to get the money, yet they cannot manage to enjoy the money. Today, I don't know how much.
That's why others were asked to go.
Hold on. I don't know today how much petrol is being sold per pump. I don't know. The sit at home today went on. Even in Enugu, where Mba is claiming baby Hitler. After Dave Umahi left, he said he is the newest baby Hitler. He is now in charge. I don't know where he is in charge, yo. I don't know where he is in charge. And then it is surprising that Musa is telling you that they are using non-kinetic to achieve success. Is it non-kinetic in Biafra land or non-kinetic in the north? Well, they are using non-kinetic in the north. That is why Igbo man said Nigerian military has delivered armor tank, armor vehicle to Boko Haram. We know. This is the way they always deliver. They will say their tanker enter the bomb, enter the gutter, enter this one. Imagine armored carrier. Armored carrier cannot come out, cannot be pulled out, cannot be defended, cannot be protected. We are going there anyway. When we get there, we'll talk about it. That is Nigeria for you. And that is what Nigeria will always give you. Nigeria. Don't joke with them, oh. Don't joke with Nigeria. Because Nigeria is a place where everything happens. Everything happens. And it is nothing good, though. Nothing good that happen for there. Now everything will no good that happen for Nigeria. Na so e be. Na so e be. Everything wey no good. I just want us to go through our PM's our platform, our PM's handle before we move on. I'm trying to get his handle. I don't know why the thing is it is just running out. Pump, running and running and running and running. Stop running. Hmm? Stop running. Our Prime Minister's handle here will come. Where are you now? There's a Frank. Meanwhile, it will be good if we listen, but I think our PM have it. Let's go there straight and see for ourselves. Since Saturday or since Sunday, that's Maxwell. Okay, sorry about the delay. Don't be offended about the delay. Truth TV. Let's see. What is he saying now?
They are looking like wash.
Now, some people, let me not talk too much. We will listen to our PM. Where is it? Come on, go on the ad now. We'll add it. I'm coming. Let me bring it so it will be talking. This is one of the old videos our Prime Minister made. Today, in his platform, we have to go through it before we move on.
They are looking like washoccard, idiotic, stupid, nincompoop.
You remember this?
Now, what we're going to do for Facebook things, and they deal with the effect of them. Excuse me. I will start with their leader. One Buddha, Samuel Ekpa, the Telecom, now Finland, the Finland good actor. He said DOS not going to come on. He said this month 28. Now you won't get rid of DOS. Let me say, I won't give you the punishment of my life. Because on the 28th, now I won't do mass burial for now. So you are made you collect with the share for you. I won't have for DOS for you. I like jump. As much as you want jump, I will pick you come back. I told you people, you can no longer fly. What we are doing is we are not here for joke. We have come to get Biafra. You can continue to put your own Biafra in your pocket. Do not interfere in what we are doing going forward. Do not interfere. I am reading from the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, from verse 3. Verse 4 said, though you ascended as high as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars. Are you listening? From there, I will bring you down, says the Lord. I am talking to you, idiot criminals, as a bishop today.
Have you asked yourself, where are these people today? Efe, where is she? Where is Efe today?
I am telling many of you that IPOB on 28th of February is the end of IPOB. On 28th of February is the end of DOS. That they are now in charge. That when they finish with the IPOB, many of them will not see a road to go to meeting again. I can only replay such, but we are not going to dwell on them. Once again, Simon Ekpa, it's not IPOB member. God say, though
You ascended as high as eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars in the earth, from there I will bring you down.
You remember all these videos? Don't forget them. Don't worry. That collection they do.
I am talking to you, idiot criminals.
You go see them.
They are looking like bashokod, idiotic, stupid,
them.
That
is why I say that when you are not on Twitter, you don't know what you are missing. Join our PM on Twitter so you will understand what with the talk and within the para. We'll still go on. And I'm telling you today, in next 1 hour, we still stay here and we will still the show the show. We have a lot of things to open. We have a lot of canker worm to open today, and everybody go see them. Everybody go see them. We know they run, and then go run. And they look for that affair. Where affair they? Where affair they? I see one thing where he talk. Don't see affair. Yeah. Yeah, look at the same affair. Hold on.
See, let me say something.
You see, when you see Melchizedek talking, where is Melchizedek today? That same Melchizedek, where is he today? He's nowhere. He don't come on social media again. Just once in a while, you see him throw one video. I've been asking Melchizedek one name, where are you? Come out. Come out. This is the one called Efe. This is she. This is the Efe where they hear about. In case you don't know her, she is the Efe. She is the one that do that one, baby. Said that the toy is Simon Ekpa. She will finish Simon Ekpa. Look at her here. See her mouth. Like a pomo. Yeah, again.
See, let me say something today before I will continue with this talking at the top. One of the reasons that make George Onyibe got angry was because of Simon Ekpa. Nana no. If you don't know before, make a tell Nana. Because George Onyibe, he thinks say our leader bringing Simon Ekpa through back door. Say Simon Ekpa not follow the due process when he's supposed to follow. And if you check him, not true. Simon Ekpa did not follow the due process he's not supposed to follow. Because if he says Simon Ekpa follow that due process.
When you hear due process, you know, are they still going to meeting? Meeting has ended. They no longer do meeting. Meeting has ended. They're scattered because the real reason or agenda behind the meeting is to gather and they collect money and share. But people's eyes have opened. Simon Ekpa have opened their eyes. They now know what is happening. They no longer do meeting. Melchizedek ran. Oh, what is his name? No. Paul Achebe, run. Even this one talking here, run. Every one of them run. Oh, run. Now, the due process they are talking about is that Onyedu should allow Simon Ekpa to come. So he will be under them, taking instructions from them, being one of them, or they will tell Onyedu he is not genuine. Because this is what these people have been doing. When they see people that are genuinely seeking, looking, fighting to restore Biafra, they will tell Onyedu, this one is evil. This one is blackmailer. This one is not genuine. Waiting these people don't do anything, waiting they don't do anything, you don't understand. Imagine George Onyibe living because of Simon. Not only George Onyibe, all of them left because of Simon. Many of them left because of Simon Ekpa. Because they know that Simon Ekpa is not coming to play their game, but coming to fight to restore Biafra. But today you should ask yourself, that this one was doing one baby bam 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 the same person he is calling Wapuda is taller than her. You don't know what is Wapuda. Wapuda is a very short, brief, let me not use short, brief. You see, somebody that is brief, somebody that is below short person is called Wapuda in Igbo language. Somebody that is shorter than short person is called Wapuda. Very small. But this same Simon Ekpa you are calling Wapuda is taller than you. You get the message? So their problem is that they have found out that this man called Simon Ekpa is not coming to play politics with us. He's not coming to play this our kangaroo politics. He's not coming to be a part of what we are doing. He goes spoil our soup. We want pour gari. We want pour sand inside our gari. They began. You know, there was a time I said that Simon Ekpa did Onyendu before Onyendu, like 6 months before Onyendu was arrested or before Onyendu was kidnapped. Onyendu wanted to bring Simon Ekpa to take second place. They refused. But it would have been better that they worked with Simon, under Simon, than now that they have made themselves nothing. Pressure group that cannot even pressurize anything in their life. Pressure group that has been used against the Nandekano, against their own freedom, because of peanuts they get. Peanuts. Look at him. Look at her. And the only part of it is that when they connive in their evil, meet and do their evil after doing it, they will not know how they come to the public and open their mouth and wow. All of that, including Shina Sanwo-Olu, including Paul Achebe, including Melchizedek, including what is it? This one on prominent Kenga. Including Chikedu, all of them will come to the public and vomit their secret. Melchizedek said, we are not fighting for freedom. We are just creating awareness. Paul Achebe said, we have planned to destroy this man. I told you. China Sanwo-Olu said, we sold him out. China Sanwo-Olu said, how did he say? Ask Ejiofor, did he tell me that Onyendu has been sold? Chikedozie said, we sold the ESN to Nigerian governors. All of them. This one come out and say, we were not fighting against Nigeria now. We have not been fighting against Nigeria. I don't have anything against Nigeria. Nigeria don't even have anything against me. It's those people that are fighting against Nigeria are fighting for Nandekano. We are only fighting against, if you watch our programs, it's against the religious leader Simon Ekpa. We don't fight against Nigeria. That is why we can go to Nigeria and come back. This one where they hear, she talk am.
If we therefore decoder, and if we not get this the level where he get today, our leader gave him power while he was standing on his own. Should I say power or recommended him when he was standing on his own? And that thing didn't get George Onyibe mad. George Onyibe confounded from the from the freelance coordinator. He said it repeatedly on the radio. He said, this guy is not an IPOB member. He's not. He's eating too much deeply into IPOB. He's not a member. His activity should be limited. And I believe it was not only Jojo Nibe who were seeing all those things from the beginning. Even me too, I was seeing it. I saw it coming. I saw it. If he followed the normal due process, he's a member in Finland. He will be removed. He will be expelled, probably suspended. He never took oath. They don't even lamented on this particular thing. He's not an oath member. He's not an oath member. He's not an oath member. As if recommended him was not enough. A lot of things was still going on in that place. Would they participate, whether they raise funds for IPOB, a non-IPOB member, we go there that they participate. People who are dying, who are working tirelessly, who have done everything sacrificable to make sure IPOB continue to sustain. You think they will see it and they will be happy? They will not be happy. That a non-entity of Simon Ekpa come from nowhere to dominate everybody. You think they will be happy about it? They say respect is given to those who respect is due for. They projected him to a certain stage. If you say not be say, maybe our leader call it and realize, say, people like these people, they really exist. Maybe by now, say, maybe our leader for not even mention our name. And forget it will come in more points. I believe all of us don't learn now. We have learned. We have learned.
Hi! This is the happen though. We'll continue our begging. We don't get time to rest. You see, sometimes when you are rejected, you were rejected because of your good character, because of your good quality, because of your principle, because you cannot be equally yoked with those things. Had he been the Nnamdi, and have you asked yourself, when these people were crying that Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, should bring our now prime minister to work with them and to work under them, why did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu refuse? Because before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came out to say, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, you must listen to Simon Ekpa, something transpired, something happened, and you must share his program. He is bringing a new dimension. Most 3 places under 15 seconds or 30 seconds. And you must follow Simon Ekpa, and you must listen to him, and you must go and listen to him and share his program. He is bringing a new dimension. Before Onyendu came out to public to say this, he have tried to bring Simon Ekpa into IPOB, but these criminals refused. They said they cannot work with him because that boy is arrogant. That boy don't have respect. That boy don't want to be under anybody. Because they are looking for somebody that will be under them, take instructions from them, and do the wrong thing. And when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu saw that this is just wasting of time, he came out and they declared his intentions. Go and follow him. He's bringing a new dimension. What did John the Baptist say when he saw Jesus? He said, this is the man from now on. For even his disciples followed him. That's just something. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not here to fight politics, to do touch me, I touch you, to do I have the power, you have less. No, he is here to bring Biafra. It doesn't matter. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said it doesn't matter who you are. Even if you are a baboon in the forest, you are jumping to bring Biafra. Jump and bring the Biafra, I will welcome you. That's what he said. But these people are here throwing him back and spoiling everything, scattering everything. And then when you see them, you think they are human beings. Goats in the school. Have you seen goats in school? You know that goats go to school. Goats go to school. You don't know. Goats in the school. And we must continue without stopping. We must continue without stopping. Like it to, don't like it to, there is no hiding place for anybody. No hiding place for anybody. Now quickly, we go over to another thing. I want to this because it will be good to this would have taken the whole lot of program, but let's do it immediately. I know say we'll not get the time, but we'll have to do it. Where is the claim? Right there now, no shame. Hold on. No, the show. All right, we'll continue quickly. All right. This Chronicle of Biafra restoration should have been a full program on itself, of which I will find out time to do. Now, this Biafran Chronicle, like I used to tell us before, many of us that don't know that today Gulf of Guinea was formerly, even before the declaration of Biafra by Ojukwu, this Gulf of Guinea today was called Bight of Biafra. This Gulf of Guinea they see now, where people know, where everybody all over the world know. Before British came, the Gulf of Guinea today was known as Bight of Biafra, but British renamed it with Nigeria. Why? Because they want Biafra to die. They want Biafra to die. They want Biafra to die. But is it going to work? It will not work. They cannot kill Biafra. They could not. Now, the Chronicle of the Restoration of Biafra, stage 1. Biafra was a nation that existed more than 500 years ago. Before Nigeria was created in 1914, the May 30th, 1967, proclamation by Odumegwu Ojukwu's cabinet wasn't actually the beginning of Biafra, but rather the declaration of the restoration of Biafra. So Ojukwu only declared the restoration of Biafra. Ojukwu did not declare Biafra. Just the same way our Prime Minister is about to declare Biafra the restoration of Biafra today. This is what many of us don't even know, including myself, until this recent. Many people don't even know that Biafra existed before the Nigeria amalgamation. Biafra was documented on 15th century and the later African map. The exact date of Biafra's creation cannot be accurately determined as it is an organic entity from the beginning of time. You get the message? Stage 2. Stage 2 says, the restoration of the declaration of the independent state of Biafra as proclaimed by Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu is scheduled to be issued on December 2nd, 2024. 57 years, 6 months, and 2 days later by Ekpa, Simon Njoko's cabinet, following a conclusive referendum. And then stage 3, and the last part of it. After the declaration of the restoration of Biafra, it's anticipated that the Biafra would engage in a war of independence, or better known as the Biafran Defensive War, for the total reclamation of Biafra. The duration of the war, whether in months or years, cannot be accurately determined. After the Biafran War of Independence, the declaration of Biafra's victory would be issued and all stages documented in history. Because if you say the Biafran War ended 1970, you are lying. If you say it ended 1969, you lie. If you say it ended, no, it did not even begin. Listen, many of us don't even know that this Biafra War did not even start in 1967. The Biafran War started before 1967. In short, the Biafran War started in 1930, 1925 or so, 1425 or so, when they started the massacre of the people Igbo. This is why I always say to people, before you say you are not Igbo, ask yourself, when they were massacring people in the north in the early 18th centuries, in the early 17th centuries, where were you? Who were you? Were your people massacred in the name of Igbo? The people of Odi that were massacred by Obasanjo, do you think they were massacred because of any other thing? No, because you remain Igbo. They see you as Igbo. It's you that don't see yourself as Igbo. When they want to use you against me, against your brother, they will tell you you are South, you are not North. But when they want to carry out that destructive mission, you and me get the same destruction judgment. This is what people don't even know. This is what people don't understand. But we are not minding anything. We will not mind anything. We must continue to do the needful. In a time like this, you don't need to look at anybody. Listen to Nandi.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say it with every shred of belief, with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why the entirety.
All right, we'll continue. Who is this disturbing me now? Calling me. Call, I pick it, you drop it. Anyway, if you are watching me, if you are the one calling me and you are watching me, you can call back. I was trying to pick it and you drop the call. So we must continue to do the needful. There is something I would want us to see. Where is this? There's a video I want us to look at before we continue. Before we continue the other side of Nigeria government, there's something I want us to see. Hold on, just a moment. I've come to the point. This is what I'm looking for. Good. Hold on. No. Hold on for me. No verse for me. Make I bring them here. Make I bring them. Then we'll go to the other side of the news. We'll continue to do the needful. We don't get choice, but this is what we come here to do, and we must do the needful. So now, see this man. I just want you to listen to this man. Cool down. No insult him, eh? No insult him. I want you to no call him Ewu, no call him Okoko. I want you to listen to him and see how Nigeria have destroyed so many people's thinking faculty. Nigeria have succeeded in destroying people's mind, even their blood, the blood where they flow for their body, their veins, no red again. The blood they black, they can't reason well again. Especially those that have been favored, criminally favored by Nigerian system. So let us listen. I know you may have listened to him, but listen again.
My father told me tons of stories about the war. So I understand how dangerous war is. So anyone, have you noticed that people asking for war are not in Nigeria? Yeah. If you want to be free.
Do you see where he put his leg? Wait, hold on. Do you see him? Look at the two people telling you. Do you see the two people? Oh God, how do I make this video bigger? Okay, now look at these two people. They are comfortable. Do you see that their leg don't even touch ground? The two people discussing, they are scared of war because their children are not in Nigeria. Their goats are not in Nigeria. They are only in Nigeria 1 month, 3 months abroad. 1 month, 3 months abroad. 1 week, 4 months abroad. This is what they do. They have their chains of businesses. They are scared of anything coming close to their business. They have empires they don't want anything to come close to. They have their houses. They are scared that that poor man that has his children has gone to school. Those his uncles and cousins that have finished, that have graduated, that watches car, that driving, that keeps his house, that furnishes his house, that will run errands for him. If Biafra comes, they will not be there to do it again for him. He is scared that somebody will come as he's sitting down and remove his shoes and they put on his shoes and put on his stockings and bring his staff and ask him, Oga, move on. When Biafra come, you will not have anybody to enslave to that point. Do you see the kind of life they are living? Even in the Western world today, what is his name that owns Twitter? Mark Zuckerberg, or Mark Zuckerberg, the one that is restricting us on Facebook, and the one that owns Twitter, I forgot, Elon Musk. They don't live this kind of life, yet they are richer than these people, wealthier than these people. But you see their life, where they are sitting in their comfort zone, telling you that is a graduate carrying pure water, a graduate driving keke, a graduate without job, a homeless graduate. I want to ask you a question. If you come to that zoological republic today, let me leave zoological republic. If you come to Biafra land today, you will see that 80% graduates, or leave graduate, 80% Biafrans are hungry, poor, wretched, and out of these 80, about 60 are graduates. They can't find job. If you go and meet these people now sitting here that their legs do not touch ground as witches and witchcraft, they will not help you. You can't even come close to their gate. Look at them. Number one, he said that they are scared of war. Why are you scared of war? Because your brother have not been murdered. Because Nigerian military have not taken your family members. Because they have not sent a Bubagu to burn down your house. Because they have not sent a Bubagu to murder your people. So you are comfortably, Nigerian military has not visited you. Nigerian military have not accused you of being a member of IPOB and burn down your house and kill everybody they see there. So you are comfortably sitting there telling us your father is a coward and died a coward and you are still a coward. If your father is telling you anything against freedom, your father deserves not to talk. You should be ashamed of saying anything about your father. I tell you the truth. This man should be ashamed of talking about his father. But let's listen to him anyway. We'll continue. Listen again.
If you want,
told him.
So anyone, have you noticed that people asking for war are not in Nigeria? Yeah. If you want to be free, unquote, why not make your patch of space profitable? Yeah. Make it prosperous. Yeah. How many bridges are in the southeast? How many well-paved roads are in the southeast?
Now, this Efule wicked millionaires you have everywhere. How many bridges? In short, let me start from beginning so I will be able to tell him who he is. Let's go. Listen to him now.
My father told me tons of stories about the war. So I understand how dangerous war is. So anyone, have you noticed that people asking for war?
His father told him the ugly part of the war. But his father did not tell him that America fought a war to become America. His father did not tell him that British fought to become British. His father did not tell him that the European Union fought to become Europe today. His father did not tell him that. His father only told him, listen, it's only a coward that will tell you that snake that have diamond is dangerous, without telling you that, but if you succeed in killing that snake, you'll be waiting for all your life. There's a video we used to watch when we were little. There's one big snake that have diamond. Nobody was able to go close to it. But one that summons courage went and get the diamond from the snake and become worthy. Other people begin to envy him. That is what it is like. Your father told you the day. I want to ask a question. What is the war your father told you that is dangerous than the war you are facing today in Biafra land? What is the danger? What is the war you are scared of that is more dangerous than the war of people being taken away by the military, they never come back? War of military burning down your markets and bombing houses and bombing markets. What other war are you scared of? Young men being taken out in the name that they are ESN. What other war are you scared of? Because I can't even imagine the kind of war this man is scared of. He's talking about here. Why should you be scared of war? You are scared of tomorrow you will not go. Oh, Emeka, come and prepare my bag. I'm traveling. You are scared that when a graduate, you will subject a graduate to your errand boy. That is the kind of fear you have, not even for anything. You see them? Not the people. Not them be that. Not the people. Not them. Listen to
not in Nigeria. Yeah. If you want to be free, unquote, why not make your patch of space profitable? Yeah. Make it.
He said, if you want to be free, you should make your state to be prosperous. Ask this man who he be. Waiting this man, you have money, you are ready. You did not even build one industry in your papa house. Is this place now? Who? Hello? Good evening. Okay. Okay. Okay, so but you say you are in Spain, right? Okay, just drop me a message. I will call you. I'm in a program. I will call you. I'm in Spain as well. I will call you back later. It's either I'll call you today or I'll call you tomorrow, okay? But I'll call you. Just drop me a message. Tell me that you are the person that said you are his friend. I'll call you back. Yeah, drop me a message in WhatsApp. This number in WhatsApp, drop me a message. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. All right. I'm sorry about that. So we continue. Let's listen to him. Listen to him.
Prosperous. How many bridges are in the southeast? How many well-paved roads are in the southeast? How many?
Now, I want you to ask this man, do you need to develop your country before you ask for freedom? Why are we fighting for freedom? We are fighting for freedom because you refuse to develop our place. We have seaport that you lock down. We have airports. Every state in Biafra land have their airports. They lock down. Port Harcourt Airport is not working. Port Harcourt Airport is supposed to be international airport. It is not working. Imo State is not working. Calabar is not working. No one is working. But all were built under all were built with standard of more standard than what do you call this one? Mohammed International Airport. No Kosam. No Kosam. Because they don't know what they do. No Kosam, leave him. It's just to make I leave and make it talk. I know they stop him again. So we'll go continue. Listen.
How many superstructures are in the southeast? So on what basis are you asking for that? So if they decide that you'll be a country today, what infrastructure would you rely on to be that country? We don't even
have a railway line.
Yes,
we don't even have a road that connects.
Yeah, we usually claim that we are the most.
Do you see the way they're balanced in their comfort zone? Oh, hold on. They are waiting for Nigeria to build railways, build airports, build seaports, build refineries, build industries. Then after building them, you come and start asking, do you see the mentality of people? Listen, education is not school, no. Do you know that education is not school? Yeah? If you want to tell them anything, back on that, tell them anything. Because how can somebody be thinking that education is school? Education is not school. Probably now, if you ask this man, he is one professor, two of them should be professors of one thing or the other. Yet, they do not even understand that you do not need a fine building, a sophisticated building to get a beautiful building. No. You don't need to, you listen, you need to, is the only thing you need to build a befitting palace is an empty ground. You don't need to build it on top of building. You build on empty ground. These people are not reasoning. How can you say we don't have bridges? And this mumu umuoko gonna boa. They are Igbo. Look at them with your Okure Denisi. Now, I want to ask you a question. These people, do they ever reason that you have seaport that is not working? That you have airports that is not working? Not because they are not functional, but because somebody stopped them from working. They do not discuss this. Is only that people that are demanding for this freedom, they are not in Nigeria. They are outside Nigeria. No, you want them to come in, so una go gather, make una do them what you una do. Even now they can outside una go there, go kidnap them. Have you seen them? These are the people behind anything against the coming of Biafra. When you talk now, donate money, we want to go and kidnap Simon. You will see people like this bringing $100 million. Go and kidnap him. When you say now Peter Obi is coming for president, you will see him donate $100 billion because he knows that when he give it to Peter Obi to get election, Peter Obi will give him 200 or 100 trillion dollars in return. Business with people's future, business with people's destiny, business with people's talent, business with people's life, people's tomorrow. That's why they are not interested in coming up Biafra. But the truth is that Biafra must come. Like it or don't like it, Biafra must come. Biafra must come. And the Biafra is already here. Biafra is already here.
Intelligence in the country, fine. But let's apply it here.
That intelligence too.
Someone makes a statement about how people should take things easy and organize here. They want it hot. We no go agree for anybody. They want to go and push and destroy everything. And then
they want to go and push and destroy everything. When you hear this man say anything like that, you will think he have plans for anybody. As this man, I wish this kind of people will not come out to talk. This kind of people will not come out and allow me to ask them questions. Probably if this man now from his house, or probably he's close to where, or maybe his pipe passed under, or oil pipe passed under his house, or the front or behind of his house. He'll be watching at it. Probably the Funanis are his masters. A good businessman. They love subjecting people to everlasting suffering, poverty. They want you to be serving them. They want you to remain slave. That's why you see them. They discuss. You don't have to fight. You don't need freedom. You don't. The same way the one called Devil Man, he come out the other time and say, you don't need education. Your children don't need to go to universities. If you manage to get your children through secondary school, it's okay. That's the basic education you need. You don't need to suffer yourself. Look at what a human being is advising people. You call yourself a leader. Look at them.
Everybody will fall back to the government you don't want.
Yeah.
So here, take your government, get them accountable for the resources they are receiving.
At least
what are your
on the
state
local
governors?
Level, yeah.
What are your state governors doing with the resources they are receiving on a monthly basis? Instead of attacking the man at the center, our own area. That's what it is. My father.
Are you getting it? He said that we should first of all organize ourselves, build our communities. Bobby Denjon. We should build ourselves and build our communities. Which community you want build? When you get a port for every corner, you know they use them. When you know get road, who go build them for you? You get the money, you go build industry for America, build industry for Jamaica, build industry for Ukraine. You did not build in your father's land because you don't want anybody to benefit from it. Because you enjoy seeing your people poor. You enjoy seeing them slaves. You enjoy seeing them rally around you give them one bag of rice, 100 people will share it. That's what gives you joy. People are wicked though. People are very wicked. Very, very wicked. Now, make we come out for road. We have to come out you. Come out. So we go over to another news. Where is that bandit Bello Tucci? Okay, meanwhile, there's something I saw. I said it will be good also if we go through it. Hold on. Saw two things today. Where is this? Hold on, I'm coming. Let me bring it to the screen as well. I see coup against Tinubu, or no, Boko Haram Southeast killing. Okay, let's see. Southeast killing. First of all, I saw this. You see why I said that the world has been watching, but people do not know. I saw this today that Asare Dokobo. Listen, Southeast killing. We want Asare Dokobo prosecuted. Huriwa. You see, when you are talking about, I wish I have more time. When you are talking about the people that have threatened Indigo, you are looking at this one. This one even come out with a machine gun telling you how he is going to level you down. This thing here. So now this association is calling for his arrest. But guess what? Nobody will arrest him. That is the country. That is why you don't need to be in the same country with these people, where justice cannot be seen. I'm not talking of people getting justice. You can't see it. You cannot get something you don't see. You can't possess anything you don't see. Look at him. They are calling that he should be arrested. Because had it not been that our Prime Minister today stood with the army, supported the army, you came out of people of Go Out came out, and they supported our Prime Minister, and they supported our army to chase this thing away with his Asawana. Do you know what would have happened? This man you called Asari came to Biafra land with his own special force Asawana to arrest people, and the people he arrested till now that we are here talking, none of them have come back. The people he arrested, none of them came back. Not even that we saw their dead body anywhere. No. Not even that they are in prison anywhere. Not even that they were prosecuted. No. As they were taken, no more. That was the end. I want you to know that ihe na-eme nwere isi. Onye si na oga ha enwe isi, ebute isi etinye. Onye ahụ jiri aka ya buru isi etinye ka o nwee isi. That settles it. But ihe na-eme onwekwara isi, my brother, o nwere isi nwụọ over isi self. O nwere isi nwụọ isi over. As if that one is not enough, let's move on. We move on. You come to Sahara Reporters again. You come to Sahara Reporters, you see this. Boko Haram terrorists attack Yobe community, kill residents, burn several houses. Several, oh, not 100. This one, if you begin counting, if you reach 700 houses. They burn down several houses. Understand the cocoa. If you don't understand, forget it. Understand. If you don't understand, forget the matter. People fail or refuse to accept the truth. Somebody is seeing all these things happening, and you are asking me why I'm looking for my freedom. Somebody is seeing this attack, continuous attack in Enugu by this same group of people, Boko Haram and Haram Boko, and you are asking me why I want out. Somebody saw it that they told you that they are Muslims and their dream and desire and fight and ambition is that everybody in Nigeria must become a Sharia, that the whole Nigeria must be turned into Sharia government. And you saw Nigeria being a state, having state within state, under Sharia, under Boko Haram. You saw Sharia, you see Sharia, not saw because it is in there. You see Sharia police, you see Sharia army, you see Sharia offices, secretariats, and you are still waiting for bridges, flyover, train, and aeroplane before you know you need your freedom. I pity some people.
Celebrating what they perceive as victory over the Nigerian army. In this video, they can be heard chanting praises to God, expressing their belief and divine support on their side. Additionally, they were proclaiming their intention to defeat the Nigerian army and the government, declaring that they will continue to triumph with God's help. If you are watching Voice TV Nigeria for the first time, please do well to subscribe, like, share, and follow us on all our social media platforms.
والجهاد بإذن الله تعالى الله أكبر هذا فلو والجهاد الله أدرتامو تاغوتا نيجيريا من كايسو الله أكبر والجهاد بإذن الله تعالى الله أكبر Nigeria, Allah adirtamu, Allahu Akbar.
All right, now you may see Nigerian news telling you that the motor got stuck into something. I want to ask a question. So Nigerian army cannot pull out their motor when it gets stuck. But these people came there, they pulled out the motor and took it away. Yay! Somebody for Biafra. Somebody said before that they took the motor to them. And I want to ask you a question to prove to you truly that they went to deliver the motor to them. Did you see them fight anybody? Did you see Nigerian soldier exchange bullets? Did you see Nigerian soldier fight these terrorists? No, they did not fight them. They leave the vehicle there, they leave the armor carrier tanker there, and they went away. Even before these terrorists got there, they have already gone. Before they got there, they have already, the Nigerian army has disappeared before these people got there. And they are praising God now. They are praising God for new armor tank. They praise God. Oh, glory be to God. Allah Akbar. Glory. Praise be to God. God has given them new armored vehicle. You get the message? If you don't get it, you lose it. Now, I want us to listen to this news.
Okay, let's have this discussion around Nigeria's security challenges with a seasoned security expert who joins us now in the studio. Is Saliu Dantata Ahmed, I got that? You're right. All right, he's a security expert. Thanks very much for joining us on Newsnight. I mean, very disturbing story from Zamfara again, which has become the epicenter of the Turjid terrorist group, you know, destabilizing the entire Northwest, particularly the mining of gold in that place. But let's look at the security situation, how the troops came, you know, under fire, but the troops repelled the bandits, right?
Well, in the first place, there were a lot of negligence at the part of the troops because professionally, as defense forces, they have strategies before movement. There ought to have been advanced weather, you know, weather check, as well as advanced intel on weather in order to know whether it is right or it was right at that time to have moved the troops. Even though we can't blame the weather because, you know, it's natural. But the issue about Zamfara is that there are inhabitants of these areas, Talata Mahara, Zurmi, Sahe, Kotorkoshi, Shenkapi, and host of others, where some of the inhabitants of these local areas knows where the Bello Turji boys are. Of recent, a former member of the State Assembly, Honorable Shuaibu Gwanda, did say he can oblige himself, he can make himself available to show the security forces, whether the police, army, air force, or who, where these Bello Turji and cohorts are, as well as Honorable Boza. So the issue we are saying here...
Salu, say, the issue is not where the whereabouts or the location of Turji. The Nigerian security forces, they know it. The game here is some people at the top, the politicians who've brought these criminal elements into the country, are the ones extending, you know, and making the work of the military difficult. Don't you? Yeah. Well, is that not the situation?
That is the secondary situation. But the primary situation also has to do with the conspiracy and compromise of some of the collaborating informants and what have you. It is generally known that highly placed people, top government functionaries, even amongst the top echelons of the police, army, and other security agencies have been involved in the insecurity in Katsina as well as Zamfara. Don't forget, before the convening of the Northwest Security Summit that had all the northwestern governors in attendance, sponsored by United Nations Development Program, His Excellency the Governor of Katsina did come out clearly to say that he had credible intelligence that top government functionaries are involved, top security echelons are involved. Since then, neither the National Security Advisor nor the Commander-in-Chief, who is the president...
The former National Security Advisor, you would say.
There's
just a new one now.
We are talking about it. Diko Rada said it. The Northwest Security Summit was organized under Diko Rada as governor. And this National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribado, was already on seat. So the Northwest Security Summit was just of recent. And he made this statement. Immediately they came back from United States of America. Don't forget, Northwestern governors went to United States of America on this lingering security issue. Aftermath of when the UNDP funded them and the governor of Katsina State pioneered it, then we had the deputy governor of Kano State, we had the governor of Kaduna, Kebbi, Jigawa, Sokoto, and as well as Katsina, attending in Katsina State, where you had higher echelons of the security and other resource persons attending. So the issue here of this error in Zamfara State is, one, there ought to have been technical support for any movement of the troops, because in general warfare, leave the insurgency and armed banditry, in general warfare of the military is a standard military terminology where if you are moving armor, personnel carrier, or any of the high capacity equipment, you must have technical support where you have your army engineers as well as others. Like that kind of a muddy place, we have army engineers that ordinarily will have done some gimmicks to be able to make Maneuver, the APC move. So that is what brings us to the question of who is somewhere masterminding, who is somewhere not wanting this armed banditry in Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, and Niger, not wanting it to end. So the issue is about politics and business. Don't forget, there is gold mine in Zamfara State where there are allegations of even retired generals from that state involved, as well as former governors, senators, and host of others. The issues are our judicial system, our security apparatus, especially the civil police that are empowered, as well as the DSS, with intelligence gathering, as well as apprehending and charging such suspects to court, have failed in their responsibility. There are certain forces in Zamfara, Katsina, and Sokoto that are above the law. in the last administration of Muhammadu Buhari, he had promised Nigerians that he was going to gazette and publish the names of people sponsoring terrorism. All they brought were people operating Bureau de Change, as well as some skeletal people, not retired generals that are involved, not former governors, senators, as well as ministers. So I think we must bring policy of live and let live. Like a late governor of Lagos State in the Second Republic, Alhaji Lateef Jakande, used to say, if you lack patriotism, selflessness, determination, and commitment to nation building, you have lost everything. So I think it is high time for President Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, because it appears he has the zeal, but what is lacking is for him to be able to use the sword, to be able to use the cane, to look elsewhere and say, no, no matter who you are, the state is above anybody. So the problem in Zamfara, Katsina and Sokoto, particularly Zamfara, is problem of gold as well as problem of politics. There are some people that want to divest as well as divert certain attention of certain people. So the issue is...
So it's not the fault of the Nigerian military. They are doing their best.
No, they also have their...
They are not even well-funded. Are they well-funded?
With due respect to the Nigerian armed forces, in the past Buhari administrations, trillions of naira was expanded for procurement of Tucano, drones, and other high-power weapons. Even though we have Defense Industries Corporation in Kaduna, the most shameful thing of all this is that in the Northwest, in the former colonial capital, where the premiership had its headquarters, Kaduna, you have the Armed Forces Command and Staff College in Jaji,
you have all
Infantry
the
School, NDA,
military
Air Force Training Ground,
formation,
Force Mechanized Division. Then in Sokoto there you have a division. In Gusau you have cantonment. So I think this brings us to the call for immediate restructuring of the entire security architecture. And when I say the entire security architecture, Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, and others for efficiency.
Sorry, Sally, when you're talking of the influence, untoward influence of politicians, top-level politicians who are destabilizing the country and hindering the efforts of the military, what has it got to do with restructuring? Are you saying the Nigerian armed forces are generals, officers, and men are not superbly trained? They perform fantastically well overseas. They are deliberately being hampered. You just said that.
Absolutely. If I vividly recall, the same armed forces that have refused to perform geometrically, even though with due respect, they've been trying and recording some successes, because the northeastern part now is getting to 70% of success on the sustained onslaught against the Boko Haram insurgency.
Yeah.
But as regards
Sokoto,
Zamfara, and Katsina, I will score them,
Niger,
I will score them 30%. When the bandits had notified that they were going to attack 101 battalion in Kanji, Niger State, as well as the air weapons, because some of the apprehended and imprisoned inmates of Boko Haram are in Kanji, 101 battalion, and what have you. The commanding officer then, alongside the commandant of the air weapons school, collaborated and used some of the modern gadgets. In fact, they blocked road from Kanji to Wawa, where even the local chief was complaining that people are being subjected to use bushpats for it's not right and what have you. At the time the bandits came to invade 101 battalion, 221, as well as air weapons school, they all collaborated rather than the members of the armed forces, recording casualties. It was at the part of the bandits, including seizing some of the vehicles they brought and weapons.
All right, you heard that. No, Margaret, my dear, sometimes it's good to play this kind of video so that people will hear, so that people will see, and so that people will also understand what is happening in their country. Because as for me and you, we know it is not part of us. Now, before we go to our Prime Minister, it shocked me this afternoon as I found this video that police is going after a British man in Nigeria that is plotting coup against Buhari. I shocked. I said, I never even listened to. I said, make I bring and make we gather listen, because I was chocolated that a British man is plotting coup against Tinubu, in Nigeria, not Buhari, against Tinubu. Coup against Tinubu. Police declare British national wanted for plotting to overthrow government. So let's hear them as they talk, because Nigeria is full of surprises. Nothing is impossible. Let's hear. Listen.
Who has many identities, but for now, with the latest record we have, is a British national and one Nigerian, Lucky Ehis Obinya. These ones have been declared wanted, and we want the understanding of the media to please publicize this message and these individuals. Their pictures are going to be released any moment from now, and we're going to continue to publish the Gazette declaring them wanted by the Nigeria Police Force any moment from now. I have them already. After this press briefing, we are going to have them on your platforms, and it will be widely circulated for people to have a look and to actually help us to circulate them. And I'm sure you are aware, I've given you the names of the suspects that have been charged to court, 10 of them. Some of them might still be at large. Some of them, while the investigation is ongoing, we may likely still pick some of them that have not been arrested yet. The investigation is ongoing, but the case has been charged to court. Well, I don't want us to dwell much on the NSC list. The NSC president and leadership, the leadership has been invited. The NSC president came, and I made a statement here in one of the paragraphs of my speech that following the interaction between the police investigation team and the NSC president, there is now a clearer understanding. By now, I think the NSC as a body invaded the NSC secretariat under peaceful protests to cause chaos in Nigeria. They are all out there.
Anyway, you see, sometimes it's good for things to happen, for you to see, for you to understand. Now, at the first place, have you imagined how a known Nigeria would come to Nigeria, have influence, started planning to overthrow your government, and you claim to be a country? It be like Tales. I don't know how many of you will watch Tales by Moonlight. When I did small, I know they miss until I can't grow. One day, I can't tell myself, say, this thing too fake now. You don't even look. When you go see tortoise, you see elephant, they don't even look like they look too fake. They don't even look small fake. Too many fake. I say, I know the word this thing again, Jared. This is too fake. So Nigeria is just Nigeria. Everything about Nigeria is just like that Tales by Moonlight. If you go, I believe now I take an 80 Nigeria program for children then in 80s. Nigeria program. So how do you think a country, an individual, is not a British government, it's not a British cabinet, an individual, a British citizen in Nigeria is planning to take over Tinubu's government, and you have guts to come to the media and talk as policeman? You were never a country. You were never a country. Shame. Their shame, they shame me. I beg, make you leave them. Akụkọ ifo emisami akụkọ ifo gwogwogwo na im dey tell people gwogwogwo. Abeg, make we hear our prime minister. These people, now one for them. Let's hear him.
We are going to fight our freedom from exile, and we are going to get this freedom from exile. You know, when we started this whole thing, we told the people that We will bring Biafra from diaspora. Some people did not know what we saw. You didn't know what we have seen then. When we were telling you that Biafra, we are going to bring it from diaspora, you don't know. It is happening today. We are going to fight Nigeria from afar. We are defeating them already. We are defeating them. We will fight them. We will defeat them. Biafrans in Europe, I am very, very happy this evening to be in your midst. I'm very, very happy that the message of the liberation of Biafra is spreading across Europe and, of course, across the world. In Europe, from Austria to Belgium, from Belgium to Denmark, from Denmark to Finland, to France, to Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Iceland, Israel, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Russia, Sweden, Spain, Turkey, and the United Kingdom, and of course, many more on the way. We are spreading like wildfire. My fellow Biafrans, it is no longer a news that the Biafra that we have all craved for many years is happening not just in our lifetime, but you are part and parcel of the liberation of Biafra, and you are part of the history. You are not going to be told the story. You are not going to be hearing the story from somewhere. It's just that you are part and parcel of this history I'm making today. And so if you find yourself in this particular midst of these history makers, you must be very, very proud. You should be proud and clap for yourself, because when every other person were very skeptical, always suspicious of Simon Ekpa, always finding fault on other people except themselves, you stood up, picked up the courage, and trusted me. And this is where we are today. So you don't know what you have done to yourself, but in the next 10 years, you will know that the decision you've made in 2021 or 22, or whenever you join, or 23, was actually the right decision that is shaping the history and the future of Biafra. When we started, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria from Kenya. I told Biafrans that Nigeria has made the worst mistake in the history of Nigeria. And then nobody knew what was actually coming. We started to pick the broken particles one after the other. We picked the particles they broke after the kidnap from Kenya. We were bringing them together to form what you see today happening. How many of you have watched most of these sci-fi movies where like the movie of Schwarzenegger or so, where the iron machine will be melting, and when you shoot at the machine, the policeman, the man will scatter, the gun will scatter the man, and then you need to come together, after melting, and then come back to life. That was actually what had happened in the Biafra struggle. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, the Nigeria government was bragging, and they were making press release, press conference, how Biafra has been crushed. I was watching and observing. And of course, because the people that we are dealing with, both in Nigeria and those that were in Apobi, Nigeria, many of them were demons. I mean, demons is really demons. They started to go and do consultations to find out who Simon Ekpa is. And each time they make consultation, they always tell them, that guy is real. He's real. You need to stop him. You need to stop him. And that was how the attack against me started. And the only reason was to stop somebody who is actually genuine, because they were never genuine. So I promised Biafrans that we are going to bring our freedom from diaspora. Many people still did not understand. Even many of you today who are here did not understand what I meant by that. That we will bring our freedom from diaspora. Because if you do not know where the rain starts to beat you, or how did they say it, you will never, know how rain is going to stop or where it is going to end. So what we did was to, first of all, study the situation of Nigeria, study how we can deal with these monsters and demons in the name of entity called Nigeria. And after solving the mathematics, we got the answer. We also know how to solve the mathematics. It's very, very easy. We went to work, begin to gather all these particles together, which is some of you that are here today, you form major part of the particles. So Nigeria thought that the way it was designed, that they have made everybody poor, that nobody can ever rise again to challenge the entity terrorist state called Nigeria. And the least expected place was Biafra. The least expected region that could ever rise up to fight Nigeria is Biafra. Nobody believed today, then, that Biafra will pick up arms to defend themselves. They never believed. In fact, nobody ever believed that the situation, Nigeria thought they have actually conquered everything that, when you talk as a Biafran, they tell you about your business. They tell you about your properties. They tell you how are you going to eat. So Nigeria government has actually destroyed the future of an average Biafran. Not only an average Biafran, they have destroyed the future of those who even believe in Nigeria. What did we do? We noticed that that is the only weapon they have against us. And we went to work. We start reshaping the mind of our people. And what do they call it? They say brainwash. How will you not be happy if somebody brainwash you to be strong? How will you not be happy when somebody brainwash you to stand against your oppressor? Everybody will be very happy with that kind of brainwashing. But the elite, those enablers, are never happy with the way that every Biafran has actually waking up. The same people who, during the COVID-19, they gathered all the palliative and locked it up. Another region was enjoying palliative from the government, but none, not even one bag of rice were shared to the Biafra people. In fact, the minister, a woman that was in charge of the palliative then, even openly in public, said that the Biafra people will never receive any palliative. It is on record and the videos are there, that their people are living abroad. And so they receive money from their relatives. But not everybody in Biafra land have relatives abroad. But that was the conclusion of a Nigeria state over a people that they have refused to let go. So, after all this, everybody will relax. Nigeria succeeded in making sure that something happened today is just 1 week. Everybody will forget about it. And they wanted to do it to Nnamdi Kanu. After they kidnapped him, they wanted to make sure that, nobody talked about him. So after I studied this thing, I said, what we are going to do is to make sure that the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu will make sure that those who kidnap him will never, ever leave to tell the story. We started by making sure that those who were bragging about the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu and how the Biafra movement have ended will be put to shame. We said that the kidnap is going to be very expensive. We started from there. Today, it is very, very expensive. Today, the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu has become the most expensive commodity, the most expensive movement, the most expensive project that Nigeria has ever embarked on. It has cost everything that Nigeria never expected. I didn't going to end there. I also promised Nigeria that the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu will facilitate the Biafra to emerge as a nation. They thought it was a joke. So we used that kidnapping to become what we are today. That is the reason why Biafra is flying all over the world. And let me also tell you, I am aware that they have actually concluded to grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail this month. We welcome that. Go and mark my word. We welcome that. I just want to put it on notice to every Biafran. We have two goals. One is to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the activities of the Biafra government. Two is the Biafra freedom and the Biafra independence. That is the main goal. It was the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. And so, after they have released him this month, we will go to the next stage. But I'm not going to talk yet until this bail is granted. I am also aware that I have even planned that the people that are going to come as a shorty after the bail has been granted this month will all be Northerners. I know that maybe after this now they're going to change it, but I don't want to talk much, so that not to, influence anything. But we are very, very much aware of what has been agreed on, and we are going to be waiting very patiently for that. So Biafra must be on standby. Once he is released, one of our objectives has been achieved. And then we go to the next one. And I believe you know what it means. So my fellow Biafran, today we have decided that the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land will be taken to the next level. And that's why today we are locking down the Nigeria institutions in Biafra land, because it is this institution that generate money, they generate fund to fund the terrorism against our people. So we are fighting the source of the income of Nigeria. Not only that, if we are now an independent state, we are going to place sanctions on Nigeria. We impose economic sanctions. And because we are not yet an independent state, we have to now figure out how to navigate this particular complex situation. Now we have navigated it. We have figured out how to impose the sanctions on Nigeria within Biafra land. And that sanction is the lockdown of every Nigeria institution for 30 days. Today is the 5th day. After these 30 days, and maybe they still did not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on this particular September hearing, we will extend the lockdown of the Nigeria institution for 60 days. After 60 days, we will extend it to 90 days. I am telling you the fact. And this is going to continue until we will make sure that no office of Nigeria will be very, very opening in Biafra land. They will stay and they will be scared of staying in Biafra territory. That's our target, because you can never allow a terrorist state to breathe. No, we do not want to let them breathe even 1 minute, because 1 minute of breathing will bring arms to kill our people. So we will never allow them to breathe in Biafra land. So after these 30 days, we will give them maybe 1 week break, and we'll come again for 2 months. And let me tell you, we still have a long way to go. 25 days is still remaining from the 30 days. 25. It'll, those who think they have violated this particular order by the Biafra government will have themselves to blame. I am telling you the fact. So we will make sure that the delegitimization of Nigeria will continue to enter new dimension at every stage and every point in time. This stage 1 is this 30 days, and this will continue until we go to November, when our convention will start on the 29th of November in Finland. And of course, by then, you don't need to know, I don't need to tell you what will be happening in Nigeria, because now they have seen the green light and they are running up and down, consulting with the European Union, consulting with whatever they are consulting with, and all that. They even agreed and have paid one country heavily to hack into my account. And the country actually collected the money to hack my phone, to hack my X account, to hack my email. And I tell them that I am in Finland, a nation of innovation and technology. If you can hack my phone and hack my email and hack my X account, then I know that Nigeria have actually done very well. That will never happen. So, but I'm aware that that is the plan, and they have paid money this week, last week, and we're waiting for them. So my fellow Biafrans, we are going. I just want to encourage all of you, stay very strong, do not panic. We have beaten Nigeria hands down. Nigeria can never rise again. And just like the pronouncement has been given, Nigeria is nosediving and have nosedived. Nigeria is a collapsed country, it's a failed state. It has met every requirement as a failed state.
Wow.
I don't understand whether many of us actually know what failed state is all about.
Nigeria.
There are requirements that, category where you categorize, a state, and the state will become a failed state. Nigeria has met all these requirements as a failed state. They are now unable to solve their political and economic problem and crisis. And Biafra government is providing a solution to that. I am very, very happy that many of you that are here today are not just participants in what we are doing, that many of you are deep-rooted and have come to see and hear firsthand information about what the Biafra government is doing and what we are intending to do and how we are doing it. So you can also tell others. I'm happy that the United Kingdom, for example, had a workshop the other day where they were teaching about the IOU, where they were teaching about the ID card and all that. That means that you are not just a follow. You are also, into the government and knows what is going on. And that's exactly the way it should be. Those who are not yet conversant with what we are doing, you teach them, you tell them, you explain to them. When they have the question, you explain and answer their questions. So it is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We will protect every Biafran anywhere in the world, irrespective of whether you have tied my name as a baby and was dragging it in the street of Italy and other part of Europe. It doesn't matter, because I know those things doesn't touch me. You are just being ignorant of who is Simon Ekpa, and then you were misbehaving. So many people who were doing incantation with my name and all that, we even gave them followers in their platforms. When they blocked all their platform, we created and asked people to go and follow them. Biafra went and followed them. So if they have succeeded in silencing Simon Ekpa today, where would they be? What is going to be their? They will just realize now, we did not know, we would have just allowed that guy. But the point is that, I came to this struggle prepared. I came to this struggle. When I mean prepared, I came prepared. And it's just that many people don't know. If you think you can bring Simon Ekpa down, you waste your time. You just disgrace yourself, and Simon Ekpa will continue to stand very strong. When I joined this struggle, I did not join to romance Nigeria. I did not join this struggle to start looking at faces. I joined this struggle with Iwe and Onuma. I am telling you the fact, and I've said this several times. Many people don't understand what is Iwe and Onuma. Iwe and Onuma is the highest degree of anger. That's why I joined this struggle with. And I did not come to romance Nigeria. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you would think that Usman Danfodio, manufactured an aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car. Or he invented one inhaler machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them, and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. They are using him as, that is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the Middle Belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy. And I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. Because what I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone. Completely gone. Because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible. Another thing is that Biafras have seen that we have a map. That map has not been disputed by anybody. That is to show you how far we have gone. I'm still waiting for the intellectuals, as our leader used to call them, to come and debate or dispute the map of Biafra. And we have administrators, every person have voted in all these 40 states. It is not, nobody is disputing it. And that should be, and I know that that is what is actually worrying these people. Because how did this guy come up with map? I did not come up with any map. The people themselves were the one who have, presented their map to Biafra government, and we did not impose any map on anybody. That is the good thing about consultation and, of course, using a true democratic process to liberate the people. That's what we have done. And that is exactly what the multidimensional approach means. Exploring every approach, every possibilities from every context, from every, from every solution that you can think of. And that's why we are using this multidimensional approach, the political approach, diplomatic approach, and armed struggle approach. When they hear armed struggle, you want to carry arm against Nigeria, where are they today? When we started, all of you, when we started, where do you have the arms? Where is the money? What is happening today? And we are just starting. That's why I told them, you can never defeat this army of Biafra. Never. Not in this generation, not in generation to come. Not what Ojukwu and the Biafra army did in the 67 we were doing. We have learned our lesson. We dictate how we're going to fight you, and we are fighting you the way we want. And there is nothing you can do to change the tactics of this fight. That is one thing I trust about the Biafra Defense Forces. Well grounded in what we are doing. When instruction is given, they know exactly what to do. So you can never defeat us this time around. We will fight you until, even if it is one person that is remaining, not from the Biafra side, though, because we can never remain. It can never go bad that we are going to fight until we remain one. Never. But you see, Nigeria terrorist forces, we will fight them until they remain one. And that one will be buried alive. Thank you very much. Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace, or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. And you see this thing we are asking now, that you must recognize the Biafra referendum. It is going to end in the round table when the stupid and foolish ones have died in Biafra land. Because many of those soldiers, those terrorists they are sending, they are going to die, all of them in Biafra land. You cannot just come to kill us and we watch you and fold our arms to watch you kill our women and children. It's not possible. So you will die in Biafra, and your spirit will never be alive to witness the round table discussion of how they are going to accept the referendum of Biafra and how Biafra will come. Because it is going to come and it is going to happen. Everything happening today will end up in a round table. And we have prepared for that. I am telling you. We have given an offer, very reasonable offer, engage Finland to come as a mediator. That offer is on the table. We have also offered them even flight ticket and hotel to come and be an observer for the Biafra's convention in Finland. Since they say that Simon Ekpa is unreachable, it's an opportunity for them to come. That offer has been given. It shows that somebody is reasonable. And the only people that are reasonable is the Biafra government, not the Nigeria. Because they feel that they are untouched. They feel that they cannot talk to anybody. They feel that they can use gun and bullet to suppress us like they do to every other thing that try to rise in Nigeria. And I'm telling them today that with the gun and the barrels of the gun, you can never defeat us. The more you bring gun, the more stubborn and the more strong we become. I am telling you the fact. So you can never defeat us. But you see, after the foolish people have died, the remaining one will still come to the table, and we are going to discuss the partition of Nigeria and Biafra. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you in Europe. Nigeria has made the...
All right, my people, we try you. We try. 2 hours. We be here now, 2 hours plus. Man have to rest. Make a rest. Do 1 or 2 things. But just like this video for me, that's the only good thing you will do for me. That's like this video. If you miss any part of this video, go back and watch from beginning because the video they loaded. Yeah, many things they inside. Urishirishi, you know that one warfare money they call Urishirishi. They full inside. So do me a favor, like this video for me. We must continue to do the needful. We don't have choice because if you think you need to stop, that's your end. And the Biafra we are talking about is Biafra that needs life, light, sponsorship. Anyhow, you can do to sponsor, whether by IOU, whether by donation, in a tax. Are you paying your tax? You can pay as minimum as €5 a week for your tax. Do yourself a favor, do us a favor. Remember those on the ground. They are there, suffering in the forest, in the bushes. Let us join hands together and bring this freedom. Or would you prefer that these people that are now doing their havoc in Enugu will come down to our places? It's better we stop them there at Enugu. It's better. Do your donation now. And I must say thank you so much for being part of this program. Like and share this program for me. God bless you. And bye for now.
The United States of America is a steadfast supporter of the principles that people have a right to choose their own form of government. Nations have a right to choose their own alliances. There are inalienable rights governments must protect. The rule of law must be cherished. Sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states must be respected.
The UN Charter and its principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, human dignity, and the right to self-defense, these principles are universal and we must uphold them. International law must be protected always and everywhere, without any ambiguity, in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, the Biafra Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land, and we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die. We will continue to excel. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will never ever remain the same until Biafra exits from Nigeria. A government that uses violence will be responded with the same and equal measure of violence in self-defense. So I told them, oh my God, here is not taken. I will turn to a beast and Biafra will come. Nigeria has no rule of law. Their rule of law is gun and bullet, and we have come to resist it. My fellow Biafrans, the world leaders made it very clear that self-preservation is a must. They use the word must, and it should be protected at all costs. At all costs.